I haven't been in long today as I'm late putting my Advent number up because I've been at Basketry today. I'll show you later what I've done. But in the meantime, I'm going to hang my things up. And the second thing I'm going to be putting up is this little Bluetit. And I just made this the other day, and I'm going to show you how I made it because I filmed what I was doing. And so in between all of the stars, I actually put in something else, and originally it wasn't like that. The original garland was just the stars and the numbers coming down, and then the next year I thought, oh, it'd be nice if something was hanging up. And so every year I usually do just one more thing to put on, and so it's taken a long time. I do almost have enough now. I did the little Bluetit this year, and I'm just going to hang it up, and I don't necessarily hang all them in order. I just put them where I like. I actually sewed a button on, so there's a button in the middle, and then their little hangers just hang around the button. So I just put the string around the button and pull it down, and he should just hang there nicely. There he is. So I hope you're going to enjoy the little tutorial I have for sewing him. Second day up, the candle. That's just knitted the candle. And the little Bluetit. Looking like he's among the flowers on my wall. Every year I make another decoration for my Advent garland. And I crocheted the garland many years ago when Naomi was quite young. And he originally just had the numbers on. And then I started adding something, and then in December I used to make at least one new thing to go on, and now it's quite full, and I've missed a couple of years of making something, so this year I thought I'd make a little felt Bluetit to go on. And I did draw a pattern out. I thought it was a bit small, so I've actually cut the body out, and I'm going to add the tail in. I've just come to where I want to put the tail in, and I'll add the beak in, and I'll add a bit of stuffing as I go around. I'm just whipping it with a nice yellow thread in my needle. It's actually time to put the tail in, so I'll get that cut out. I've added the tail in as I've come round. I'm just going to carry on whipping the whole thing together. As I get to the beak, I've cut two little triangles of dark grey, and I'll put them in there and carry on. And before I close it up, I'll stuff him, and then I can get on to making him look like a proper Bluetit. I'm using a pencil just to stuff him with some of the threads out of my thread jar. So I just want him to be a little bit padded before I close up the back seam. I just get them right to the end, maybe a few more. Just put them together, push them in, finish sewing them up. I've put a little white patch on his face either side, and I've made a tiny little blue cap, and it's just going to get whip stitched onto the top. Not bothered about this yellow showing, that's going to be black. I'm just going to hold that on and tack it down with this blue thread. Got a lovely shape cut out for his wings, and I'm just going to whip stitch them on with the blue thread. I'm going to let it just stick up from his back a bit so you can see that they're separate, and then I'll stitch them together up his back. Don't even need very many stitches on there, I don't think. And I'm going to leave them open right at the very bottom. A change of colour in my needle and of the felt, This is still the wool skirt that I used all over in both the flower and the bird books. And the Bluetit's going to just get this little piece put on. And then it'll just be to do his little black bits on his face, which will hopefully give him a bit of character. Well, here he is all finished. I've added felt and some black embroidery to put his face mask on, his eye. And I've added a little string to his back. I had to try it a couple of places until I got him totally balanced. But he's balanced now. And I'll just leave that undone until I know where he's going to be as to how long it is. So there he is, my little Advent Garland Bluetit. Just ready for when I'm putting the Advent calendar up. Hello again for the second day in a row. Do you know what? I've got my Bluetit back in my hands. I hung him up about an hour and a half ago, and I was editing my little video ready to send out to you today, and realised, if you look at him, I'd forgotten to put the white bar on his wings. And that's what he's supposed to look like that. So I'm sitting here putting the white bar on the other side that I haven't done already. So I had basketry today, and it was really nice, and I'm showing you what I made today. It's a bit wonky, but I've done a bird feeder. I think it's that way up. It's a wonky bird feeder, so I'm going to put fat balls in there, and then they can't get through the sides, well, until the birds sort of get them half eaten, I suppose. But anyway, I've got a bird feeder, and I'll probably put the bird feed out tomorrow, and I'll probably use that. And I made another one, which is a bit of a funny looking one, but I think it'll work. So that has a wooden base on, and then you had to put your willow through and then go upwards from there. And it was a bit like making a corn dolly in the olden days. And so I can put seeds in there, or peanuts or sunflower seeds or something, and put a string on. So I think I'll be putting them out tomorrow. So I really enjoyed being there today. And I really enjoyed reading all your comments about my first little Advent video yesterday. And the thing that's amazed me the most is that everybody who's commented on how the lighting of the fire and the crumpet toasting took them back to their childhood in their 50s and reminded them of their grandma and things like that. Nobody is saying that they're doing it now. So now I feel like I must be the only person in the world who lights the fire and makes their toast or their crumpets. And I thought there'd be more people that did it. But never mind, I'm pleased that it's brought some memories back for you all. And yeah, it's like, yes, it's just astounded me really. And I've had lots of comments about my doll's house as well, and so I might do a little bit of filming for that. I actually started that when Naomi was really little, and it was for her. Michael and I made it between us, and it was for her to play with, and she wasn't really interested. But by the time we'd built it and I'd started to make furniture and everything, it was me that got addicted with it. So it's my doll's house, and really it's just because I like sewing, and I like to do the really miniature sewing and the really miniature things, and so it's nowhere near completed. There's nothing, I think there's only one room that's an absolute complete thing, but there's stuff in everywhere, and I keep thinking I'll go back and do some more, but I just haven't found the time. There's always something else that pulls my attention, and so today it's finishing my little Bluetit wing, and tomorrow it'll be something else, I'm sure. So I hope you're all super warm and cozy if you've got snow like me. And it's actually snowed again today, so even though I was at Basketry, you could see the snow coming down through the hall windows. But the roads are really clear. It's just really, really freezing cold. Anyway, I think I've taken that. I haven't been concentrating because I'm talking to you, so I've actually put his bar the wrong way round. It should be going there like that. It should be going that way, not that way. So I'm going to take that bit out now, do it again and then get them hung up ready for tomorrow. And then I've got all sorts of other things for my garland to put up, and I just go in the box. They all stay in here with all the numbers. And I have like a 12 days of Christmas one, so I might put one of them up tomorrow, and then I can link you to where I got that pattern from. But I have knitted crackers, and there's all sorts, so you'll enjoy seeing all them come on, I'm sure. Signing off now. Bye from Marion's World, and I'll see you tomorrow with whatever else I've been up to. Bye everyone. Stay safe and warm.